Have you ever felt overlooked or undervalued by someone important to you? Have you ever wondered if there's a way to change how that person sees you, transforming their indifference into admiration without using tricks or deceit? It may seem impossible, but what if I told you that the ancient Stoics had already uncovered the keys to this transformation? In this video, we'll delve into timeless Stoic principles that will teach you how to become the best version of yourself, naturally drawing the respect and attention of those around you. Imagine a life where you are free from the need for others' validation, where your self-worth is unwavering, and where your presence commands genuine admiration. This isn't about playing mind games or putting on a mask. It's about building a solid foundation of self-confidence that changes not only how you see yourself, but also how others perceive you. Are you ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery and transformation? Stay with us as we reveal 10 powerful strategies rooted in Stoicism that can reshape your social and emotional life. 1. Cultivate emotional self-sufficiency, the power of inner stability. What would your life look like if you no longer relied on others for your happiness? The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from within, that real contentment is found not in external validation, but in cultivating inner strength. Emotional self-sufficiency means being the source of your own well-being, detached from the whims and opinions of others. But how do you reach this state? Imagine waking up each morning with the assurance that your worth isn't determined by others' recognition. By focusing on activities that bring you fulfillment, such as practicing a hobby, engaging in physical exercise, or meditating, you gradually build a reservoir of inner contentment. This shift changes how others perceive you. They see someone who is confident, unshaken by external judgments. How often do we let others dictate our moods and self-worth? Isn't it time we reclaimed that power? The key to emotional self-sufficiency lies in creating a life where you find joy in your own company, where solitude becomes a space for growth rather than loneliness. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, taught us to find strength in ourselves. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Reflect on this. What thoughts are you allowing to dominate your mind? Are they building your resilience, or are they keeping you trapped in the need for others' approval? As you strengthen your inner foundation, you become less reactive to others' behaviors. Instead of feeling wounded when someone dismisses you, you learn to understand that their actions don't define your worth. This shift is magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who are secure in themselves, who project a sense of calm and self-assurance. Isn't that a more appealing version of yourself, one who attracts respect effortlessly? Now that you have a solid understanding of how to build emotional self-sufficiency, let's explore another Stoic technique that can help you connect more deeply with those around you: the art of active listening. 2. Active listening, building deeper connections through presence. Have you ever felt truly heard during a conversation where the other person is fully present, paying attention to not just your words but the emotions behind them? The art of active listening is a fundamental pillar of building stronger relationships, and it's a skill that the Stoics valued deeply. But how often do we truly listen, rather than simply wait for our turn to speak? Active listening is more than just hearing words. It's about engaging with the speaker, showing that you value their thoughts and feelings. When you practice this Stoic approach, you create an atmosphere of respect and understanding, one that can transform how others perceive you. Imagine if, during your next conversation, you put aside your phone, maintained eye contact, and truly focused on what the other person was saying. How would that change your interactions? This practice of presence is not only a gift to others, but also a discipline for yourself. It requires you to step out of your own thoughts and focus entirely on the other person, a skill that Marcus Aurelius himself would have admired. He wrote, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Reflect on this. How often do you truly use your ears, and how often do you speak without understanding? Active listening is a form of empathy in action. When you listen attentively, you show that you respect and value the other person's perspective. This naturally leads to deeper, more meaningful connections. And when people feel heard, they feel valued. Isn't that what you want? To create bonds where others feel drawn to your presence because they know you are genuinely interested in them? By mastering this Stoic principle of listening, you don't just improve your relationships, you change how others see you. You become someone who people feel comfortable around, someone they trust. So, how will you bring this practice into your life today? Now, let's explore how you can build a sense of inner worth that is unshakable, no matter what others think, by practicing daily reflection and self-assessment. 3. Daily reflection, the path to knowing yourself and valuing your worth. What if I told you that a few minutes of reflection each day could transform your sense of self-worth? The Stoics believed that self-knowledge is the key to true inner strength, and daily reflection is one of the most powerful ways to achieve it. But how often do we take time to look inward, to ask ourselves whether our actions align with our values? Imagine ending each day with a few moments to reflect. Did I act according to my principles today? Did I let others dictate my mood, or did I stay true to my path? This simple practice, used by Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, helps you stay grounded in who you are. It's a way to build an unshakable foundation of self-esteem, one that doesn't rely on the opinions of others. What would change in your life if you knew yourself better each day? Through reflection, you become aware of your strengths and areas for growth. You learn to value yourself based on your progress, not on others' recognition. It's a practice that liberates you from the endless chase for validation. And when you know your worth, you carry yourself differently, more confidently, more calmly. Isn't that what attracts genuine respect from others? Reflection is also a way to remind yourself of the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what you can control. You cannot control how others see you, but you can control how you act and react. By aligning your actions with your values, you naturally become someone others admire. Are you ready to take just 5 minutes tonight to start this journey? Remember, change begins with a single step. If this message is resonating with you, I encourage you to watch until the end, as each technique builds upon the last, guiding you on a path to a more confident and respected self. Now, let's delve into a mindset that will help you face any challenge with resilience and grace. The practice of negative visualization. 4. Negative visualization. Embracing life's uncertainty with strength. Have you ever imagined the worst-case scenario, not to dwell in anxiety, but to prepare yourself for whatever life might bring? This Stoic technique, known as negative visualization, might seem counterintuitive, but it's a powerful way to build resilience. Why should we spend time thinking about things that could go wrong? The answer lies in the power it gives us to face challenges calmly and confidently. The Stoics, like Seneca, believed that by imagining potential difficulties, we train our minds to accept that setbacks are a part of life. When you consider the possibility of loss or failure, you begin to appreciate what you have more deeply. This practice doesn't make you pessimistic. Instead, it makes you resilient. How would your life change if you could meet each obstacle with a calm acceptance rather than fear? When you face a difficult situation or when someone devalues you, this practice helps you understand that their actions do not diminish your worth. You are prepared, mentally fortified against the unpredictability of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" Are you willing to accept that some things are beyond your control and embrace the strength that comes with that realization? By using negative visualization, you remind yourself that you can endure and overcome even the toughest circumstances. This inner strength naturally makes you more attractive to others. They see in you a person who is steady, unshaken by the trials of life. Now that you've strengthened your resilience, let's explore how living by your values can further elevate your self-confidence and influence through the practice of virtue. 5. Practice virtue, living a life of integrity and inner strength. What does it mean to live virtuously? The Stoics taught that a life aligned with virtue, honesty, courage, and wisdom is a life of true power. But in a world where so many seek shortcuts and instant gratification, how often do we reflect on our core values? What principles do you want to guide your life? Practicing virtue means staying true to your principles, even when it's difficult. It means choosing honesty when deceit might be easier, choosing courage when fear might be more comfortable, and choosing wisdom when ignorance could be more convenient. But why should we live this way? Because when you act with integrity, you build self-respect, and self-respect is the foundation of self-confidence. Doesn't it feel better to live without regret, knowing you've done what's right? When you live by your values, you become unshakable. You don't bend to others' opinions because you know you've acted in alignment with your principles. This is a cornerstone of Stoicism. It is not about perfection, but about striving to live well. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Are you willing to take the harder path if it means being true to yourself? Living a virtuous life not only makes you more confident, but also makes others respect you. People are naturally drawn to those who are steady in their values, who stand firm in their beliefs. And in a world where integrity is rare, being a person of virtue makes you stand out. If this resonates with you, leave a comment below with the value you hold most dear. It's time to focus on a quality that will make you truly dependable in the eyes of others: consistency and reliability. 6. Consistency and reliability, the foundation of trust and respect. Have you ever known someone whose actions are steady and reliable? Someone you can count on without a doubt? Consistency and reliability are the cornerstones of trust in any relationship, whether personal or professional. Yet, how often do we find ourselves failing to follow through on promises or letting small distractions pull us away from our commitments? What would happen if you became known as someone whose word is ironclad? To the Stoics, consistency wasn't merely a virtue, it was a way of living. It is the habit of acting in accordance with your values day in and day out, even when no one is watching. Consistency breeds predictability, and predictability breeds trust. When people know what to expect from you, they feel secure in your presence. Have you ever wondered why you trust certain people more than others? Isn't it often because they have shown, time and time again, that they are true to their word? Imagine this: if you say you will meet a deadline, you meet it. If you promise to be there for a friend, you show up. This builds a reputation that others value deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Reflect on this. Are your actions and words in alignment? How would your relationships change if you became a beacon of reliability? Consistency is also about how you manage your own expectations. It's about being disciplined in your habits, knowing that small, repeated actions lead to great results over time. This Stoic approach doesn't just change how others see you, it transforms your own sense of self-respect. And when you respect yourself, others naturally follow suit. Now that you understand the power of consistency, let's explore how you can communicate your needs and thoughts clearly through assertive communication. 7. Assertive communication, expressing yourself with confidence and clarity. How often do we hold back our true thoughts and feelings for fear of judgment or conflict? Yet, Clear and honest communication is one of the most powerful tools for transforming how others perceive you. Assertive communication, expressing your needs and boundaries respectfully, can be a game changer. But how can we practice this without veering into aggression or passivity? Assertive communication is about finding that middle ground where you respect both yourself and the other person. It's a hallmark of Stoicism because it requires self-discipline and self-awareness. You might be thinking, how do I express my needs without seeming demanding? The key lies in using I statements, phrases like I feel or I need, instead of placing blame. For example, rather than saying, you never listen to me, try, I feel unheard when my thoughts aren't considered. Doesn't that sound more constructive? This kind of communication helps you build stronger relationships because it fosters an environment of mutual respect. When you are honest about your needs while remaining respectful of others, you build a bridge of trust. And when others see you as someone who can articulate their thoughts clearly, they naturally respect you more. Isn't it time you found your voice, not through loudness, but through clarity? Assertive communication also involves active listening, as it ensures a balanced exchange where both sides feel valued. It's a skill that requires practice, but with each conversation, you'll notice the difference in how others respond to you. As you refine this ability, let's move on to another Stoic practice that can fortify your resilience and acceptance of life's unpredictability. Focusing on what you can control. 8. Focus on what you can control, embracing the Stoic path to inner peace. How much time do we waste worrying about things beyond our control? The Stoics believed that true peace comes from focusing on what is within our power and accepting what is not. But in a world full of uncertainty and chaos, how do we apply this wisdom to our daily lives? Think of a time when someone's actions or words hurt you. Was your initial reaction to try to change their mind, to win back their favor? How much energy did you spend on that, and how did it make you feel? Now imagine letting go of that need for control, focusing instead on how you can respond with dignity and grace. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Are you ready to embrace that strength? The Stoics teach us to distinguish between what we can change and what we must accept. You can control your actions, your thoughts, and your attitude, but you cannot control how others react. This realization is freeing. When you stop trying to bend the world to your will, you find a sense of calm that is deeply attractive to others. Isn't it easier to admire someone who is steady and composed, rather than someone constantly battling against the inevitable? By focusing on what you can control, you reduce anxiety and become more effective in your actions. Others notice this centeredness and find themselves drawn to your calm presence. How might your relationships improve if you spent less time worrying about others' judgments and more time working on your own character? Let's build on this self-assured presence by taking care of another important aspect of self-value, your personal appearance. 9. Take care of your personal appearance, reflecting inner confidence. What message do you send to the world through your appearance? Taking care of how you present yourself isn't about vanity, it's about self-respect. The Stoics believed that our outer appearance could reflect our inner state of mind. When you invest time in your appearance, you signal that you value yourself. But how often do we neglect this aspect, telling ourselves it doesn't matter? Imagine waking up each morning and choosing clothes that make you feel confident, maintaining a clean and well-groomed look. It's not about wearing expensive outfits, it's about showing respect for yourself and those around you. This simple act can transform how others perceive you. Do you think people respond differently to those who present themselves with care? The answer is clear. Stoicism teaches that while the external world should not dictate our inner peace, How we care for ourselves is still within our control. It is an expression of self-discipline. When you care for your body through good hygiene, exercise, and mindful eating, you not only feel better physically, but also mentally. Marcus Aurelius himself noted the importance of caring for the body as a part of the whole self. After all, isn't a person who respects themselves in every aspect more likely to earn the respect of others? A confident appearance boosts self-esteem and projects a positive energy that draws people in. As you work on your outward presentation, let's also explore a deeper way of connecting with others through the practice of empathy. 10. Show empathy, the bridge to true understanding. Have you ever wondered why some people seem naturally able to connect with others? The secret often lies in empathy, the ability to understand and share in the feelings of others. But in a world that encourages us to focus on ourselves, how often do we truly take the time to understand someone else's perspective? Practicing empathy means listening not just with your ears, but with your heart. It means being present with someone in their moment of joy or pain, offering understanding rather than judgment. This approach aligns with Stoicism, which emphasizes the interconnectedness of humanity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Men exist for the sake of one another. Teach them or bear with them. Are you willing to bear with others, even when their struggles seem different from your own?" When you show empathy, you create a space where others feel safe and valued. This is powerful because it builds trust. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel understood. Have you ever felt closer to someone simply because they truly listened to you? What if you could become that person for others? Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everything. It means acknowledging others' experiences as valid. It's a practice that deepens your relationships, making you a person people turn to in times of need. Isn't that a role you would value in your life? Now, let's take everything we've discussed and look at how to apply it all consistently in your journey towards self-improvement. You now hold the tools to transform how others perceive you, tools that have been passed down through centuries of Stoic wisdom. But remember, knowing these principles is only the beginning. The true transformation comes when you put them into practice. Will you start today by focusing on one small change, such as practicing daily reflection or improving your communication? Or perhaps you'll take the time to strengthen your inner resilience through negative visualization. Leave a comment below with the technique that resonates most with you, and let's continue this journey together. If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with others who might benefit from these teachings. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more content like this. Each video brings you closer to mastering the art of Stoicism. Thank you for being here with us today, and I wish you strength, wisdom, and the courage to become the best version of yourself. May you walk forward with the calm confidence of a true Stoic, knowing that the power to shape your destiny lies within you.